Okay, hello guys and welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Ben. In this video I'm going to explain some few or show you some few ways in which as a student doing IT, how you can be making some extra cash. I know I've had I think two people asking me now. I'm a student, I would like to make some cash as well as balance studying and all that, but many of them are actually asking how to make money as an IT student and how I did. I attended college back in I think 2009 years to around 2013, and I did a degree in applied mathematics and computer science. And I also, while in school, also did CPAs, did I think part 1 and part 2. Never used them, but at least it helps me in running my business each and every day. And I also done some few online courses. Let's head over to the question itself. Did you make money while doing this one? Yes, so I had a quite difficult life, if I may say, and I used to pay my college tuition. Yeah, like the whole of first semester I didn't have money, so like I had to depend on some friends here and there, and we were several, so we used to wait until if my money comes, we support each other, then someone else money comes in, we depend on it until the semester ended. Now when the semester reopened, my help just had arrived, yeah, and it's given I think 16,000. So the first thing I bought a PC that year 2009, and I was quite versant with computers, so I met a friend and we discussed, and he sold me one PC. I think it was around 4,000, a complete set. It was a CPU. That time it was I think 1.6 gigahertz, had 40 GB hard disk, and I think 512 RAM. Yeah, and it was a complete with a 17-inch LCD monitor, and I was very happy. And I also bought a nice subwoofer, typical college student, 2.1 I think, yeah, around 1500, just some connections here and there, but it was brand new. And when I came back, people used to watch movies in my house and they pay. So in my hostel room was a movie shop, and at night everybody would come, contribute 5 shillings, we watch one movie, another 5 shillings, watch another one, and that's how I made money for the first semester. Towards the end of first semester, things really got hard, and there was a construction in the school, so I joined them and we started working. Cutting the short, long story short, I managed to get the second part of help, and now that's when I opened my brains and thought, I need to make money even when I'm sleeping. So what am I going to do? So after some few research, I started selling Wi-Fi. It needed a capital of around 20,000. By that time I didn't know about something called the router board, but was a good option. I just downloaded something we call SelfishNet. It is something, a software somewhere which helps you limit speed per use or something like that. Then I bought a 3G, I think it was a 3G router. Yes, it's called a Flybox, yeah. And I used to sell Wi-Fi to the school. So whenever I'm around, I put my Wi-Fi on. Then I should monitor, like, how are people using it and who has paid, who has not, yeah. So whoever wanted to use the internet would come for a password. I would take the MAC address and feed it on my machine, on my router, so that he would be able to access. We'd pay around 50 shillings a week. Data then was a bit expensive, but keeping that you are serving around 10 to 30 students, that was a good average. My target was to get beyond that, but again, smartphones were limited, and the few people who had it were really celebrated. So now I know very well and for a fact that since first year I started selling Wi-Fi, I'm doing it up to now currently. I've not done so much, but where I live I sell Wi-Fi, yeah, I sell internet. I'm lucky I installed fiber when I'm done school and all that. I needed internet in my house, and I also realized that people in the plot on the block where I was living also need internet. So I went ahead and bought a MikroTik router, and I bought a Nano Station M2. You don't need, right now I don't need this, but I had one. So the router board helps me remove the password on my Wi-Fi. So I can set a hotspot and also set the MBs that people need to use. So if someone buys maybe 150 MB maybe for 20 shillings, then they'll spend I think 2 to 3 days with it and then buy another one and all that, and at the end of the month I get around 30k from the people around, pay my fiber services around 15,000 and all that. So it's a good business. The same thing will happen to when you have a modem. There are service providers who have very good internet that is monthly. So you take a monthly unlimited or limited data, then you split it into manageable chunks, and then you sell that one. If you have a macro tick and all that, all you need to do is some few research, and probably this one will help you. Now, why do you need an M2? M2 is an outdoor device, can be used both outdoor and indoor. The Ubiquiti NanoStation M2 is quite a small device that even if you're in the campus, you can even install it and people won't know whether it's a device or anything. It just looks very small and very nice. Yeah. So you can also install that, and it covers a very wide area. For example, where I've seen it working up to I think 300 to 400 meters. Not so sure about the last mile, the 500 meters, but people can get usable internet. So you see, if you are living in a campus with around 1,000 students and you are able to service 200 of them very well, probably getting, even if it is 5 shillings from each, 500 shillings from each for each and every day, then at the end of the month you have a good amount of money. Luckily, internet is also very cheap nowadays, the data, if you buy in bulk. So you just need to buy, for example, if you buy 2 GB and then split it into from probably 20 or 10 MBs each and sell probably cheaper than the ISPs, then you will end up making some profit. And when you're living in school, power is free. The only thing you pay for is your data. Then another hustle that you can do as a student is freelancing. I was never successful with especially freelancing on major websites like Elance. That time we had so many, and even freelancing, yeah, I was not very successful. Some people were, I was not, and I cannot say I did my best. I mean, I didn't do my best. I would sometimes track my money for affiliates, marketing. You do affiliates, and then maybe the minimum payout is $10. You reach $10 and nobody's paying you, and when you go there next time, your account does not even exist. Yeah, so you end up losing both your time, energy, and that money that you have really worked hard for. Something else that made me make a lot of money when I was in campus and I survived a lot was doing projects for other students. I was very good at programming. We were, I think, 2 in our class of around 115 who were known for doing programming. Yeah, so we do programming from first year, right when we started doing C, because I think we were introduced to programming with C. Right then and there, people started knowing there's this clique of 2 boys who know how to program and who are very good at it, and they spend their life programming. That's how people knew us. And from that mentality up to now, I mean, I did projects for 4th-year students, for 3rd-year students, for so many even assignments they were used to bring to us, especially the coding and anything to do with computer assignments. And we used to charge probably 50 shillings, 30 shillings, based on the size of the project, 100, 500, 1,000. I remember I charged for the 10,000 shillings for his final year project, and I was in 1st year still, yeah, and he paid. And I was so happy, and he brought me 2 more people. Yeah, so you see how these things work. So ensure that if you're a student, you're out there hustling, ensure that your fellow students know you are good at a specific thing. And if they know that you are good at a specific thing, discourage them from doing that thing. Tell them, don't worry, bring it to me. Anyway, that's a bad thing, but anyway, that's how I used to create demand. Yeah, so you create demand for your service by letting people know that you can do it, number 1, and number 2, doing it well and perfectly. So that was another way of making money. Another way is applying your knowledge to the surrounding businesses. Yeah, after my 1st year, 2nd year, I was able now to start looking for work. I believed I was able to do websites. I remember my first website I did was, I think, in second semester first year, and it was so good that even the lecturer wanted to know how I did it, and that one told me, that's good. Yeah. So doing businesses, I mean, in the campus area, there are businesses that are surrounding your school or your college or your campus. So how do you really make money from those people? Well, in my case, I approached like 3 guys. One of them, I was taking my work for to be printed in that shop. It was quite a big printing press. So when I went there, I asked some kind of mini questions, and because of the friendliness we clicked. And from there I started asking, can I be coming here to volunteer so that at least I can learn how you're doing these things and all that? And they said, yeah, please, you can come. And when I came, the first thing I noticed is that their computers were not networked. They had, I think, 6 computers, and every time they wanted to transfer a file from one PC to another, they had to use a flash disk. So I told them, no, this is tedious. Why don't you network these machines so that you don't have to use a flash disk? Yeah, and I told them the disadvantages of using flash disks and all that, and they loved it. The next moment, the same day, I got that job of networking. So I was asked to quote for the equipments. I quoted for the equipment immediately. I quoted for the cables. The following day, I was doing networking. I did the trunking. Remember, my girlfriend that time was in town, so he came to visit, and we did it together because she was also doing computer science here by then. So we did the trunking. We configured the machines together. We shared the printers. We shared the folders and the machines, and everything was working perfectly. In 1 week's time, they could not do without that network. So from that time, I got trust from those people, and then I proposed, now you don't have a website, why don't you do a website? And I was given that job, so I did another website. Long story short, even after campus, that's why I was employed for, I think, 1 year before I resigned to start my own. Not my own same type of business, but the current business that I'm currently running. So that is how you should be working as an IT student or a computer science student or anyone doing anything related to IT, or you are a person interested in IT. You first of all go make sure you have a rapport with the persons you want to work with, propose solutions to the problems they are facing. Yeah, and then that way you end up getting more and more. Another thing is you can own a very good gaming PC as a student. Go buy a PC around from 50,000 kind of shillings to, I think, 150. You have that money, go and own one. You can even walk around, go to websites like OLX, Jumia, Kilimall, look for a nice cheap option, buy one. When you're in college, ensure you say that you have a gaming PC, and students will abandon their laptops just to use a gaming PC and charge per game or per time as they are using it. That way you'll be making some cash or side income. That way you make some good income when you are a student. Another thing that I did, and I remember that even helped a lot in boosting my career, was doing paid contests in a way that you would participate in a contest, and if you win, you get paid. And I remember I did a contest so much, and I think every week was on Design Crowd, where we were supposed to do some graphics designs for specific clients, and then they'd choose among the best designs and then pay the designer. So that's why I did that one for, I think, 3 years, the time that I was in campus. And yes, that was how I made some cash. Yes, so I would rarely win in contest, but I would sharpen my skills. That way, I'm out of campus, making still the same business going on, and everything is running the way it should be. And so you should not have to sit down as an IT student, try to learn that you want to become a hacker so that you can hack banks and all this. No, those things don't work. Yeah, those things don't work. There are people who are very smart out there who are working specifically to secure their systems. And if you keep on focusing that you want to become a hacker, a student and a hacker and all that, and no, you're never going to make it. So just work hard and be smart. Yeah, I like to adopt the Google motto of don't be evil whenever you're doing, because as an IT or a computer person, then you are exposed to so much and so many things in your line of work. Someone will bring you a computer that has lots of secrets, has a lot of things. So as long as you use those information that you've been provided well, then your life is going to be very, very easy. Otherwise, you'll be rubbing shoulders with authorities here and there every time. So see you in our next video. I hope you are learning something from this video. Suggest to me what you want to know from our next random video, and I will be very glad to share with you. So if you like this video, or you like what you have seen, and you'd like to know more, to learn more, click like, and also don't forget to subscribe. So see you in the next video. Thank you.